Yo, what's good? It's your boy Nyjah, aka King's Caliber, the Comeback King. 77 on Instagram, baby. Follow your boy. Hey, follow the YouTube channel here at God's Fault Podcast. Like, subscribe, share, put the noties on so you can get the latest episodes as we dig into all kind of topics. We here for it, you know? Hang with your boy. It's God's fault that I'm here. Don't be mad at me. Blame God. Yeah, we out.
Biggest enemy I got is myself, you know what I mean? New levels, man, everybody ain't got the same devils. My vision perspectives reach the collectives. My ox smelling like breakfast, eating like I'm cannibal, like I'm sick of perfection. I hear you.
All right, man, we back, man. Just kicking it with the fam, Robert Williams, with the mental strength coach, right? I'm right. I'm solid.
You got it.
I love it. Listen, I'm gonna make sure I put it up there on the screen for us. So, man, this has just been good. This has been a good conversation. Very insightful. I like what you have, what the whole vision is that I'm seeing currently, because it involves helping people. You know what I mean? Like, I think, we live in a culture, in a society where empathy is very limited or portrayed to be limited. I think it's more prevalent than we actually see, but it's not really highlighted on, social media platforms and things of that nature. And if it is done, it's done for show. You know what I mean? So, but I think, when I read a lot of comments and stuff and different things, man, I see so many people who genuinely either want to be heard or want to be guided. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not satisfied with where they are currently in life and the struggles and things, and they just want a safe place to be strengthened and not to be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, it's very important and that people like yourself, who are genuine in their faith and their disciplines, get a platform to speak on. Because that's what the average person needs, and a good example of a father, a husband, a leader, in the community, at work, just somebody who can communicate and resonate with people and just do, that's the definition of, when you're a wealthy person, you create value for others. It's not what you have. It's the value you create in other people, which makes you wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to be rich, but they don't want to be wealthy, or they don't want to create wealth for other people. They're just looking to do it for themselves. So, that's why I really love, speaking with you, because I always feel like I've gained so much, after our conversations. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that. So, but yeah, where we left off last, we was discussing the whole communicating and being able to actively listen to other people, and how being connected and being grounded, being a healthy individual all the way around will lead to a healthy business and whatever you put your hands to. You can always tell, like, especially like in the sporting world, when a player having problems. Look at Damian Lillard. You know what I mean? He was getting a divorce, ended up getting traded. His game was terrible. He was so off. You know what I mean? Look at Andrew Wiggins. When it was time for him to show up, he had to, he was dealing with personal issues. His performance suffered.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Steph Curry, shooting slumps. Like the list goes on and on. You see it all the time in pro sports, or personal, or celebrities and things, when they're really dealing with something that the performance suffers.
Absolutely.
So it's so mental strength is, very underrated. I think we rely on our talents and gifts so much that we don't realize that, you have to be strong mentally to push through, because life is not going to stop lifing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like as much as we would like, I mean, you're talking to somebody who love to take a few months off, like, screw life.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is hard. Like, nobody cares. I want to wallow in myself. I want to be in my head. I want to be, and guess what? whenever I came to my senses, everything was still there.
That's it.
Hmm?
That's it.
And probably a little worse because I neglected some things.
Right.
So it's not even. I'm not even only picking up the pieces, man. I'm trying to keep the whole shit together now, and I'm in the worst position than where I started. Just because I wasn't strong enough mentally to face, what's going on. And I think it's so funny to me. It seems like we know if you want to be a better athlete, you got to hit the gym,
Right.
right? But we don't think if you want to be a better person, you got to hit the gym mentally, spiritually. You got to work it out. You got to work things out. You got to get stronger. You got to learn how to overcome things, how to stand on things. So that's like really crazy to me. So in the essence of the spiritual side of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So recently, me and my wife had a discussion. She was like, listen, we need to get together every morning consistently and pray for the family.
Mm.
She said, remember we said we was going to pray for other people more often? She said, that needs to start now. Just out of the blue, a couple of weeks ago, whatever, out of the blue. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this. We finally got on the same page with it. And we open our eyes and we go into prayer. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not, I always keep telling people I'm not a religious person. My man be getting on me all the time. He be like, yeah, but you said and you did. I'm like, come on, man, stop calling me on my stuff, man. Don't expose me like that. But it was crazy because I think it was just yesterday. So woke up and we prayed, right? So we prayed. And we always cover our children and everything and the family, extended family, people at work, just laying it out, our community, our neighborhood, everything. Like we just laying it in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're at work and my wife gets a call from my youngest daughter, Precious, in Vegas, right? And she comes and she's like, babe, you gotta get. I'm like, whoa. So I could tell when my wife is like, if something's going on. So, okay, what's up? Precious on the phone. She proceeds to tell us this story. She is on the highway. And she's at one of the sections of the highway, not like the throughway, but just like, regular highway and it has lights and stuff. So she's there, stopped at a light. And this car comes barreling out of nowhere and hits the car in front of, like on the side, but in front of her, ahead of her.
Right.
Hits it head on. Boom.
Wow.
The car hurt, the person whose car hit it basically looks like it blows up in flames almost, right? Airbags, everything deploying, everything. She's like freaking out, like, what's going on? Then that person proceeded to back up and when they back, they hit another car and she's like right there. So this person's playing ping pong, smashing the car in front of them and in back of them. Precious is like, what is going on? Like, it's crazy, right? People are screaming, yelling. Precious tries to move. Finally, she gets her car out of there. She's in such a panic. She pulls out on the other side of the highway. Now she's kind of facing the traffic the wrong way in the other lane. The car comes out and follows her, okay? Follows her. Baron, she said, Dad, I'm up to 100 in the wrong lane because this car is chasing me now. She sees some cops in the plaza. She somehow gets into there, stops, and the car that was following her doesn't turn, and when she turned in to see the cop. But it turns into the next plaza and actually hits a tree head on. Boom. Wow. She's yelling at the cops, like, you see what's going on? They're not even moving. They're like just looking at her like she's crazy. Now, mind you, they watched her barreling in. Right. Coming off of speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. They're not even like responding. She's calling now. She's on the phone with 911, right? So 911 gets her calm and tell her to go back to the scene, right? Tell her to go back, like calm, like whatever. Go back to the scene because there's other witnesses there. We need you there to describe what's going on to the officers on duty. Those other officers right there, just a side note, didn't even move or respond to the call. I said, that just shows you what's going on socially in this country. It's crazy.
Right.
Right. So she sees that. Turns out this girl was on the phone with her boyfriend the whole time when all this was happening. Right. So, and the boyfriend, a friend of hers, talked to the girl's boyfriend, and he was like, yeah, I didn't even know she was hitting cars or what she was doing. Like, she was drinking a little bit before that, but that was earlier during the day. So my assessment is that she blacked out and just went crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, but after, Precious tells the story, she gets calm, whatever, boom, she has to go take care of whatever. And I turned to my wife and I was like, don't forget, we pray and cover our children every morning.
That's right.
Every morning. Show how important that is. And I was like, I said, look at the favor. Her car wasn't even touched.
Yeah.
She was running up to 100 miles per hour in the wrong lane. Her car wasn't even touched. She came out of it unscathed.
Wow.
And so I was just like, whoa. So it was just like, but she had that strong inkling a few weeks ago. Look, this is something we need to be together on, every morning, regardless. Even this morning, she actually had to go into work. I was off this weekend. She had to go in. But when I got up, you know what I did? Let's pray.
That's it.
And now when we dealing with the situation right now at the house with the water system and everything that was going on, that could have caused a real major headache, right? But we even kill. We didn't get at each other's throats. We handled it. Our in-laws right now, our parents is dealing with a worse situation than we were because of the water situation.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But because, and I just truly believe it's because we centered ourselves and got right that it's not as bad as it should be to the average person who would have just took it as it came.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it just it just made me think regardless, man. So I don't know. Look, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do or how to believe or whatever. All I know is that I like things to get results.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So if praying get results for me, man, I can give it over and I don't have to carry all that weight. Can you explain how faith plays a part in what you do in the workplace and environment and how you are able to communicate that without causing offense to people who might not stand on the same things that you stand on?
Man, faith is everything. For me, it's the foundation of everything for me. And something that you said right then is how I share it sometimes with people. I said, I don't know what everybody else believes. But for me, what I believe and what I stand on is, and what I really try to do from a faith perspective when you talk about the work is I try to live the Bible. So my prayer every day is I want people to meet Rob, but see Christ.
Okay. That's
so
heavy.
I don't have to tell you what I believe, but there's something inside of me when we have interactions that makes you want to be around, makes you want to have conversation. So I'm going to give you that, right? And I'm asking the Lord for wisdom. So when we interact, what is it that you want me to share? Maybe we just supposed to talk about the game today, or maybe you're going through something. He just wants me to share a word here or there in some way. But it's really just about what you live. Mm-hmm. And what I found is based on what you live, man, what I've seen when God is working through you in that way, people want to be in your presence. They just do.
Because it ain't even you they want to be in the presence of. You just created a place where God is there.
Exactly. Because half the time, being honest, you don't even feel like dealing with anybody.
Right. That's a fact. I don't like a lot of people at all.
Yeah. Like, man, I don't talk today. Why is this person? You know what I mean? But then you realize my life doesn't belong to me. Going back to something you said earlier, being a servant of all. So if God has given me this gift, this doesn't belong to me. I didn't do anything to get it. I didn't do anything different from anybody else to deserve whatever. This is what he gave me, and I'm a conduit of it for other people. So when I decide to hold on to it, what I'm saying is it belongs to me. It's mine. And
Right.
so now I'm self-righteous in that regard. It ain't mine.
Right.
I ain't done anything.
Right.
It's just what he chose for me.
Right. I like that. Yeah, no, that's good. And it's something you said in there. You just being, just you walking in your own purpose and what you're doing. People already know it's the genuine article. The authenticity is crazy because you're dealing in the culture that people wear a lot of masks and do a lot of different things, and they can get something consistently good. And that's something that's definitely needed within the culture. You know what I mean? Because you got too many people who need help or strength or just to be heard by somebody. And when you provide a safe place where that can happen, especially in the place of leadership, it leads to better performance. It really does. And so that's why, even in myself, I'm learning to allow less of me, and what I think I need to do or what needs to happen or whatever, and stop carrying on those burdens and let what I stand on, let that stand for itself. And when that happens, I feel like, I'm received a lot better because I don't have a problem, and it's not me because I really don't care for folks like that. I can take it or leave it. But it's so many different people with different personalities, different walks of life that I communicate with no issue.
Right.
No issue whatsoever. I can talk people that you wouldn't even think I would be talking to. I can speak with them and have a genuine connection over something. And and I know they be looking at me sometimes like, what? They looking at me. I come in there, I'll be in there G'd up. I'm coming in there with my Yankee fitted on. I be the J's on. I got my shirts on. I'm doing that. And then they talking to me. They're like so confused. Like, what is happening? You know what I mean?
Listen.
So it's just, you know what I mean? I always feel a lot of people, religious folks, have more opinion than power.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't, you don't want to argue with me over your opinions because I got facts to mess with you. But you show me some power, my ears perk up. I'm like, whoa, wait, I see you. Oh, okay. Now I know you're moving with something. You know what I'm saying? So and that's how I feel about you. I see a lot of power, a lot of good things coming from you and your family. It's very impressive. And I think when you're sitting in there saturated, and I don't even know if you can really see what I see, but when I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. This is amazing to see. And I'm so proud of you guys. Like, I love it. I love what you got going on as far as in with the business and everything. And as more companies, and this is why I wanted to have you, on my platform and be able to share it, because more companies need, especially even small businesses, they need to ingrain this now from the foundation of startup. They need to be on the ground floor with this, because as you start to be successful and add more employees, you have to be able to communicate and retain employees. I've seen people walk in like a revolving door because, they wasn't, because the longer what I found, the longer a business is established, it creates a culture. Every business wants to create a culture, right? But what they don't understand is how inclusive but exclusive that culture is to the newcomer.
That's it.
You have people that are already clicked up, this and that, people are not open to new ideas. You know what I mean? Right now, even in my own company right now, we had a meeting about maybe almost 3 months ago, right? Where the owner of the company, she had an experience. It was a guy with a TED Talk. I can't think of his name right now, but anyway, he's a restaurateur and in the city in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
and one of these 5-star Michelin whatever restaurants and whatever, right? And he gave a TED talk on how he took that restaurant to be one of the top restaurants in the world. And he simply did it by slowing down and listening to the customer.
Mm.
And what it was, just to break it down, they call it, you can even find the TED talk on YouTube. It's called the Dirty Water Dog.
Okay.
So what happened, these people was traveling to New York and they were foodies. And they was in this restaurant and it was very busy in his restaurant at the time. So he was actually helping the staff. And he just so happened to be bringing, I think, some appetizers to their particular table.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was walking up, on them and stuff, he heard them talking. And they was talking about all the great experiences they had in the city thus far, all the great restaurants that they ate at, all this stuff, and just everything that they was able to do. And then one of them was like, but you know what? Oh, it would have been nice to have a New York hot dog, a dirty water dog, right? And they just talking. He just happened to overhear it while bringing the appetizers to the table. So what he did, he runs back, he serves their food, whatever. He gets the idea like, yo, we need to serve them a dirty water dog in New York. I cannot let them leave New York without that experience. So he runs out up the block, grabs one, bring it back to his chef, argues with the chef to plate the dog. Because the chef, they don't want, this is beneath me, right? He in the YouTube thing, it's called Reasonable Hospitality. So he gets the chef to do it, whatever. And he brings it and presents it to the stable. He's like, hey, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I heard, all the things that you guys experienced about your trip. I know you're about to catch a flight. I did not want you to leave New York without having a dirty water, true New York hot dog, and presented it to them. These people were so moved by the gesture, right? And when he seen their reaction, and how they was moved by the gesture and everything, and how they talked about it and posted it and all this stuff, it was like, I got it. We need to listen to our clients, our customers, and make sure that we're doing everything within our power, within reason, to make that experience even better for them. And then he goes on to tell about other experience. I think one of the clients did something where they couldn't make it to the beach and they got rained. There was something happened. They actually bought Stan and took one of their private rooms, brought some lawn chairs and stuff, gave them margaritas and stuff, turned it into a beach for them. And they were so moved, like, you know what I mean? Like, because this is not people coming in complaining about stuff. This is stuff that they actually hired a staff person to be the ears to pick up on what's going on with the customers coming in, to see if there's a way that they can help them out beyond what they would expect reasonably at a restaurant.
That's awesome.
It is. And that's something.
Amazing.
So, which led our company to kick off a campaign, of trying to, of kind of doing this for our own clients now, and to keep it going and going to really, resonate with people. And I just thought that was a cool thing to do by the owner themselves, to even want to care about their customers to that point, or recognize that we need to care about our customers to this point in today's economic time. So that's why, like with your message, I want to make sure that people can get it, because if you learn from the ground up, so now you're talking about my company been in business over 30 something years.
Right.
Imagine if this was part of that mindset year 1, year 2, year 5, and with the longevity of 30 plus years. So that's why I think your message is so, so powerful. What if you can talk to the companies right now about, the mental strength coaching, what would you say to them that the number one reason that they would need to employ your services? And what do they get from your services? What is it that you guys are offering?
So here's the thing that I know resonates with any company. And what resonates with any company is a more satisfied and productive employee who stays longer and buys into your vision and does more. When you get employees who have a vision for how they fit, have a vision for themselves as an individual, but also can visualize how they can grow themselves and their skill set within your organization and know that you're committed to that growth, they're more committed to what you do. They're committed to your vision. And the interesting thing is this: you may lose people because they may go outside of your company, but you'll always be trusted with people because you've been proven that you can be trusted with people. So you'll be a conduit you'll never want for people because your name is going to be good. They'll leave and say, man, I had to go because now I've become so valuable and here's an opportunity for me. But let me tell you about the experience they created. Sometimes companies don't look at their employees as a customer, but they are.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Sometimes companies don't look at their employees as customers, but they are. They're the number one customer because they coming in to deal with the company every day. What is the environment that they are supposed to thrive in? Is it an environment that they can actually thrive in? Are they being heard? Are they being recognized? Are they, you know what I mean? Are they being valued? Because I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants to have value.
Yeah.
Right?
Suppose you're going into a job and man, they don't just care about what I produce. They care about me becoming the best version of myself. And they're not so intimidated that they have to try to hoard my gift. So they want to develop me. And if my gift keeps me here, it's great. But if it takes me somewhere else, they're not intimidated by that because they do so well by their people that they'll always be trusted to help people develop their gifts and grow. And that's what it should be. When you can do that, you got a more satisfied employee. They stay longer.
Right.
So you're reducing the cost of replacing employees. We deal in HR, so we know the real cost of turnover.
Right.
And replacing an employee and training new employees because of turnover and that revolving door. There are real bottom line costs to those things.
Yeah.
But when those people stay and then those people understand what that culture is and they help recruit for you. You know what I mean?
You just said something there because a lot of times, companies that have a referral program or whatever, and incentives might be great, and they still not getting new employees, and they're wondering why. And it could be more of an environment issue than
Absolutely.
a financial issue for the person seeking employment. Like they don't even want to put their name on it and say, hey, I brought you into this situation, because they know that the environment is toxic, or the environment, or it's a negative environment in some other aspect that it's not what it all seems, glitter and glam, So that's, that's powerful stuff, man. Yeah, that's definitely powerful stuff. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think this thing is really gonna take off for you. You know what I mean? I think it's very well needed. And I think the position that, what you provide is very underserved. So that's a whole new lane, that you actually creating right now, and I can't wait to see this continue to grow. This is gonna be some good stuff right here. Yeah, it really is. And I did see also on the website that you're available to sports teams, schools, businesses, small businesses, corporations, the whole 9 yards. Like you guys are there to really really assist these companies and these organizations. Oh, charities too. I seen it was, you have charities in there listed as well. How to grow these organizations and get them fortified mentally to be the best productive people that they can be in that environment. So hats off to you and to mental strength coaching for that. I think it's I don't think it's an easy thing to do, because you're dealing with a lot of a lot of things when it comes to people. Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that's what would you say is probably one of the hardest things that you face when you're dealing with individuals, when you come in to do some problem resolution or mediation or things of that nature. What are some of the hardest challenges you face with the people that you're dealing with?
The thing is, especially in today's time, people in general just aren't naturally trusting people.
Hmm.
People don't naturally just trust. And so again, being able to build that trust, because when you come in and do a mediation, a lot of times you're getting into some deeper stuff, right? Like it's not just this situation. You have to get into, like you talked about earlier, what's driving this. Sometimes, man, we for so long there was that lie of you come to work and everything that you're dealing with, you leave it outside the door of work until you go into work, and then you pick it up when you leave.
I've heard it
That's
a
not
zillion
real.
times.
And it's not real. It's not
Absolutely
real.
not. That's
So,
crazy. You said that those same exact words. That is crazy. Okay, you hit the nail on the head, brother. Woo.
so you got to get this person to trust you to unpack some of those things so that you understand what's really behind a lot of what's happening. I know you've
Right,
probably seen that whole iceberg thing, and they show you the section that's above the water, which is what you're dealing with, right?
right,
But you don't see all of the majority of the iceberg is beneath the water, and
right,
that's what's only pushing up the part that you're dealing with.
right.
But the hazard is underneath because you don't know how deep that goes into the
Oh, that's
water.
good. Yeah. Okay, I'm tracking. Yeah. No, that's that. I could see that with dealing with a lot of people. Trauma's a real thing. Everybody has it to a certain degree. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of people respond out of it. I was just thinking earlier. I was like, man, how many times we let our past trauma dictate who we currently are.
Absolutely.
I was like, that's like the only thing your past trauma should be doing for you is strengthening you at this point because they are over with.
Hmm.
How many people you gonna make pay for something that happened that you got hurt 10, 20 years ago,
That's it.
30, 40 years ago?
That's
You
it.
making somebody else right now pay for that.
Absolutely.
And you're doing it in the workplace, you're doing it in your homes, you're doing it on the road. Like I don't think anybody wakes up and say, I just want to throw my life away today. But they do that because the mindset they never get strengthened mentally,
That's it.
and they're just stuck in that thing. So that's what they call them, triggers. Something triggered them. So now they explode, they have an outburst, they do whatever, and
Hmm.
now they done blew up the whole situation. And sometimes it's very unfavorable for how those situations turn out. You got a lot of these
Absolutely.
young boys running around here, killing each other because they're emotionally unstable. They don't have any kind of mental fortitude.
That's it.
They're living
That's
out of
it.
pure emotion.
That's it.
Nothing solid, no foundational thinking. You know what I mean? They don't see value in themselves, and it's a very scary thing for our culture and people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think this is needed. Man, I could see this thing going to some all kind of places, man, because this is something that if people slow down and get, it can really be foundationally changing lives. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So this is
Absolutely.
powerful stuff, man. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, man, family. I'm looking forward to see where this goes. So give them the website one more time. What is the website? I don't want to mess it up. I'll keep fumbling it.
No, no. That website is www.mentalstrengthcoach.net. And I know
Mental
people want to say the
strength,
mental strength, but it's not the. It's just
mental strength coach.net.
mentalstrengthcoach.net.
I'm putting it up there, man. They're
Absolutely.
gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna put the links in the description as well. Man, that is awesome, man. I can't wait. Hey, keep me posted on everything. We're gonna be following your journey, and also I would love to have you back to even discuss and get into some more other things, just as being a black father, entrepreneur, a man of faith, all these different things, dynamics that you have, brother. We definitely want to have you back for insights and different things on aspects of the culture and, and how to get through tough times. Maybe give us even a play. What do you call? I don't even know the playbook. Put together a little playbook for my listeners on how to start overcoming some things. Because here at God's Fault, the whole reason for the platform is to be able to have a place where people who have overcome things or who've been looked at as the least of these, because of whatever they struggle with, be it, incarceration, be it an addiction, being, whatever, feeling like a failure in life, whatever, but still, got up, stood on something bigger than themselves, got up, and now they're making a positive impact in their lives and in the lives of people around them, when people get mad when they see your successes. So don't get mad at me, man. You got to blame God. That's God's fault that I'm here. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So that's why we here, man. That's what we standing up on. And I just love to, speak to good people like yourself who got something to offer to the culture more than just flash and glam, but something solid that they can take and build on and improve their lives, man. So we greatly appreciate you even taking the time out to have this discussion with us. And we're looking to continue and have many more.
So, man, thank you. And just thank you for the platform and just for having me, man. And, it's important to understand what you're doing is so amazing.
I appreciate that.
So many people, man. There's so many people that you're going to touch through this and sharing this, man. And so just keep doing what you're doing, brother. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
And I look forward to it, man. I really do.
Yes, sir. Hey, I greatly appreciate it. And also, what other platforms can they find you on for this? I know, do you have a LinkedIn profile as well? Or Instagram? What other platforms can they find you on besides the website itself?
So I do have LinkedIn right now. We're putting together the Instagram and some of the other social media pieces.
Okay.
So we're kind of working through that. You'll see that on the website and LinkedIn soon. Once we have that done. So right now it's primarily the website and LinkedIn.
Okay.
But follow us. So
all right.
You'll see us soon.
All right. Make sure you email me to the website and your LinkedIn profile. So we can make sure they're in the description for the good people. For those who are interested. And if you are interested, if you are an entrepreneur, if you or if you're a small business owner, or if you're a coach, if you have a charity organization, if you're just a school student and you're struggling and you're trying to push through, definitely tap in, click on the links for mental strength coaching and .net and mentalstrengthcoach.net, right? I got it right? Okay. Mentalstrengthcoach.net and tap in with Mr. Robert Williams so he can he can help you guys get on the right track and get stronger and more successful in everything you do. And that's going to be our time for tonight. We appreciate everybody who tapped in and tunes in every week. And hey, keep going, man. Keep going no matter what you got going on. Don't give up. Keep going. We here. That's love.